They're a Stratford duo, best known for their animations on TV and in short films and games. The Webby Award-winning McLeod brothers have developed, written and directed a series for the BBC, including Pedro and Frankensheep. Now, though, they're looking for funding for their latest film, Martha, which is a travelogue of his journey from his hometown in Stratford to Martha in Texas. Greg McLeod is half of the McLeod brothers, as you would imagine, and joins us on the show. Morning, Greg.
Good morning.
I didn't even mention your Bafta as well. You got a Bafta at home, haven't you?
I know, I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I remember. Was it you or your brother that came in with it? I can't remember.
I think we both came in, actually.
Yeah, it's the. I got a lovely picture of me holding a Bafta, which is the closest I'm ever going to get. Hopefully, you guys are going to get another one. Why crowdfunding for this latest venture? Then I shan't imagine you're short of funding.
No, it wasn't that. It was just obviously for short films, they cost quite a lot of money and they don't make any money. So we've tried selling the films after we've made them before, and we just thought this time it would be nice to see if the fans of our work would like to get involved with the film before we make it and kind of be part of it, I guess.
This is just for the kudos, though, is it, Greg? It's not a business opportunity. I mean, as you just said, they cost a lot to make and they don't make any money. You're not selling it very well, are you?
Well, no. Although if people do invest in it, they do get some goodies. So they get some signed pictures and some original drawings and that kind of thing. So they're not just giving away their money for nothing. They are getting something in return. And that's the way Kickstarter works with across the board in terms of people investing in not only films but music or books or comics. It's that kind of being involved with an artist that they like, and facilitating them doing some work that might be not necessarily a commercial project, but something that's more kind of personal.
Is this the first time you ever turned to Kickstarter to fund a movie?
Indeed, it is. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of just we've funded them ourselves, or we've got access to a film fund, and so we know some friends. Drew Roper has done it from Yamination Studios. Successfully, so we just thought we'd have a go this time for a relatively small amount of money. Sometimes Kickstarter campaigns go for sort of big money, and we just thought we'd go for a small amount that would cover the sound element of the film. Oh right, okay. How much are you looking to raise then? We're looking for £3,000, which obviously doesn't cover the entire production of the film, but as I say, it just helps out a little bit with us being able to make sure that we get a really professional sound mix done. Once the film's completed. Do you find this a bit of a distraction, Greg? I mean, I know, primarily you and your brother are there, and you're artists and you're trying to make, films, whether they're for kids or for adults. I know it matters not to you. It's still the same amount of effort, the same amount of passion. And do you ever sort of wake up in the morning and think, I don't want to be worrying about the finance of this kind of stuff? Did you kind of ever envisage there be a point in your careers where this would go away in a way? Obviously, it'd be nice to do a project which would allow enough money that I can just make the films I want to for the rest of my life. But when we set the business up, it was always, even though it's a creative business, it always had to be a business. So we've got accountants and, we deal with solicitors and lawyers all the time for different projects. So the business is just one part of what we do, and it's an inevitable part of what we do. It's just all part of the game, I guess. So if you don't get the funding, it'll be a silent movie. Indeed, yeah. People will have to make their own soundtrack. That's to do with the noises in their own head and imagine what it would sound like. In all seriousness, though, I mean, if you... 3,000, you're right, it's not a lot of money, so there's work on the assumption that you will get it. But if you didn't, would you look at a different way of funding it then? Will it still go ahead, this movie? I think it will still go ahead in some form. It probably won't be quite as ambitious as I wanted it to be. But I think, I'm going anyway. I fly out on Tuesday morning. It's my first time in America, and I'm going to this amazing little tiny town. This is to Texas, to Martha in Texas, yeah? Yeah, there's nothing for miles around it. It's an incredible little place. So the first time, the reason behind the film was it's my first trip to America. I'm going from Stratford, which is a quintessentially English town, to something in the middle of Texas, which is kind of quintessentially middle of Texas. So it's a sort